Character 0. I was taught a month ago to bide my time and take it slow. So it does that, right? It's that intro opening. And then just switches down to here. So like, you know, so it's pretty tricky to play these things slow. Right? Does that make sense? There's not that much going on, but there's some stuff. Right? I was taught a month ago to bide my time and take it slow. But then I learned just yesterday to rush and never waste the day. And then there's 2 more verses. I want to see the man more gay. 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 More gay. I was taught a month ago about my time and take it slow. Okay, so it just does this, right? To the last one. So that's pretty much it. Just kind of go over that real quick. The first time it goes to that chorus part, right, coming out of the it goes to 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. E major to the G major to the A major. That little pull off, you can throw in like, those notes, kind of like a G in the middle. Just 2 bars there. That little walk up there is just like this E, right, with an octave. And then I just hangs on that A. I, and then the solo. Something like that, kind of mimicking. Mimicking that. I ought to see the man okay. I ought to see the man okay. I ought to see the man kind of like that. Just bending, right? And when you do that, as you can notice, it's really easy to sort of hit some unwanted sort of notes in there, noise in there. So really try to clean it up. And it's tricky. Sometimes I kind of palm mute a little bit. So the jam starts out with that. That's sort of the main lick, which I really think just, it's emulating the I ought to see the man, okay. I ought to see the man, okay. I ought to see the man, okay, okay. I ought to. Tricky for me to sort of sing and play that, but I ought to see the man, okay. Something like that. And then it's just, a lot of it is that E minor pentatonic. Right, that's what this is based around. But you can use sort of like, you can throw the major sixth in there, which would make it Dorian, right? E Dorian. Right there, the major sixth, major sixth. Because if you think about it, right? Take these chords. So the big giveaway for me being that G to A, right? That's a whole step apart. So that sort of tells me 4, 5, right? With your 1 would be this D major, right? So your 2 should be an E minor, but he's using an E major. So that's kind of where, that minor sort of pentatonic sounds really nice. Got that really bluesy sound. But because it's the 2, right? Should be if it stayed in key, it'd be an E minor. Sorry, E minor as the 2, and the 2 is what? The Dorian scale. So he's playing major to give it some really, strong flavor. But because of that, you can kind of throw in that major 6, that Dorian mode there. So I'm thinking E minor pentatonic. Sometimes throwing in that 6. So I'm just throwing in that Dorian, E Dorian. Very rarely will I do the major 3rd in there, which would be like more sort of mixolydian, But like, you can get away with it, because it's an E major. And then switch to that minor pentatonic. So let's see if I can maybe get some 1, 2, 3, 4. Where that 6, normal 6, right there. like that, you know. You get the distortion cranked and you can kind of wail away, but you know, just think of it as like really E minor pentatonic and E dorian. You know, and the E dorian. Oops. You know, so I'll just kind of try to hear that E dorian all the way up the neck. Let's see if I can sort of do it open. I'm not as good with the open scales. Be right there, right? That's a good exercise to sort of try to climb around the neck, up and down. You staying within that mode, you know, that E. Missed it there. Missed it. Great exercise. And you know, we all hit some wrong notes in there, and that's great because if you hear it and catch it, that's where you're learning. That's where your ear is getting better. You're getting more able to, you know, hear those melodies. All right, that's character 0. 12 minutes in, it's pretty good. It's a shorter one. Thanks for watching these. Thanks for supporting Touch of TREY. That's my Phish and Grateful Dead tribute. Trying to play more across the country. I got 2 shows in Chicago in August, the 14th at Garcia's. Stoked for that. Should be awesome. And the 16th at Old Town Pub in Wasco. And then I'm hoping to line some up in Colorado in December. Stay tuned for those, man. If you ever come out to one of my shows, please come say hi. Thanks for, you know, asking questions, commenting. It means the world to me. And for purchasing my presets on joshpearson.org for the Helix presets. That one I just playing is my newest one. Anastasia 24, it's a Mesa Boogie. That's this clean sound, the Mesa Boogie. It also comes with a dirty side because he's using both the amps, switching between them. Anyways, all right, thanks y'all, much love, peace.